My name's Dan, Dan Choki. I'm Canadian and I'm a student currently at a Canadian university. Last year when I went to China, I have a bunch of relatives there and they really inspired me to learn Mandarin, right? They talked about like different, business opportunities, investment opportunities. Yeah, I just think, for me, like it's more of a personal thing. You do have, the business prospects, right? I'd be able to treat more patients now, right? Which translates into dollars. But it's also a personal thing, right? Because I feel like, I am Chinese, but since I've lived in Canada my whole life, I've kind of, lost that part of me, I feel, because I was never able to read or write or speak that well. So I decided to come to China so that I can, explore that part of my, heritage. But, I had buddies growing up who spoke Cantonese and, would kind of like poke fun at me because I couldn't speak that well, But now, I can speak Mandarin, right? And a lot of Chinese people want to be able to speak. I knew that Shanghai would be a lot more expats, I heard, right? It would be, cleaner. The people would be, it'd have a lot more foreign students. So it wouldn't be as much of a cultural experience as it would be more of like a nightlife vacation kind of experience, which would be cool, right? Any other vacation, right? But I really wanted, the culture aspect, and I want to be able to practice my Chinese. So because I want to learn like mainland Mandarin, me and my girlfriend, both of us, decided to come to Beijing. So I did the 2-month tutoring program from July to August, and I did it because I've never, I didn't have any experience in the language, really. So I got a tutor, had morning and afternoon class right at my apartment, and it worked out pretty well. I found that I was able to get a lot of individual attention. They were able to correct my pronunciation, teach me things related to what specifically I want to know about, which was, terms related to dentistry. I looked at so many programs that it all kind of jumbled around, but you guys were the only ones who had that certification in the US, right? I don't remember exactly the details. It was you're certified, your program's certified, and so it would be like it's the only one recognized by some universities in the US, something like that. Yeah. So that did it for me, right? Like I think that was the tipping point. Right? The accommodations were good, very good. It was very clean overall, right? Very spacious. I like the fact that we had really intense classes. Like it would just be me and the tutor, right? Which is something I've never done before, right? So it was really hard for me to stop paying attention and just have my mind wander because you can't, right? So I really liked that aspect. I also liked having 2 different tutors because their teaching styles were different. And I think it's helpful for a student, right, to speak with and learn from 2 different people, right? But I think I got what I wanted in the sense that I got a solid foundation in terms of grammar and the use of function words and stuff like that. Before those confused the hell out of me, right? But now, it's not too bad. And I was really focused on dentistry at first. But then as I learned more of the language, I began getting less interested in the dentistry and more interested in just the language in general,
okay.
Right? So I can look up, I have the app, I can look up root canal on my own, right? I can look up all those things on my own. But as I said before, I really wanted to know how to put words together, right? I met it because I set my expectations high and you guys met that, right? So yeah, I think that it met it in terms of what I wanted to learn and what I got to do. No, for sure, I recommend it though. Like, I think it's, learning language is a worthwhile thing. And I think if you're gonna tackle a language like Chinese, right? I guess if you have a knack for languages, you could do it on your own or, back at school. But, I found it really helpful for me, right? To come here and practice and learn from actual Chinese people. I think that'll pay dividends, down the road.